that you make it. I feel like a maze that I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on drip I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places, I've been shaking hands for a chance to really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave it. All this that I'm laying.
Welcome to today's episode of Grind Hard, Hustle Smart. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hop right into it today. We're going to talk about uniqueness and authenticity. And the reason why I bring these two things up is because of this. One thing that I found myself doing the past few days is doing things that are impressed upon me or things that aren't really who I am. Pretty much speaking about things that don't bring out my personality, the fullness of who I am. It doesn't encompass Charles Johnson. And I was thinking of the best way to relay this message to you all. And I will put it in this story. So this weekend, I went and participated in my university's. If you didn't know, your boy is in school. I believe in education. I believe in constantly learning, putting yourself in an environment of learning. And I went to my university, Florida PBL. If you don't know what that means Phi Beta Lambda, Future Business Leaders of America, the collegiate level. And so I participated in the public speaking event, and I came in second place. And that really started to eat at me, started to bother me for this reason. Is because I know I didn't go in there and be me. I didn't leave my signature, my mark on the judges. And I probably should have gotten first place because I know how good I am. I know how well I speak. I know how convincing, persuasive I can be when I speak. And so that eats at me even now. Because I went in there being all cerebral and academic, and that's not who I am. Sure, do I have an extensive vocabulary? Absolutely. I believe it's necessary in today's business environment and just conversing with people in general in order to convey that, hey, I'm an intelligent human being. But also, it was kind of robotic. I didn't say what I wanted to say, and I feel like I didn't leave an impression on the judges. And more importantly, as someone who enjoys public speaking and wants to do it day in and day out, have it to be his profession, it bothered me because I left that room full of vice presidents of financial companies, entrepreneurs who have successful, companies that are bringing in income. Those are those moments where you can close the deal, where you can leave your mark, where people can say, you know what, I need a public speaker, I need a keynote speaker, I need a motivational speaker. I remember this guy who gave a speech at the conference, the leadership conference for our state, and I think he'll be a good fit. And I don't think I left that mark. I didn't leave my impact. I didn't put my signature on it. I didn't give them that sense of authenticity or uniqueness. And I decided for myself when I left there, even now to this day, never again. It's never going to happen again. Charles Johnson cannot afford to do that again. But I did well enough because, I am who I am. I am confident in who I am and how well I speak, that I still got invited because I was in second place to go participate and compete against the other universities in the nation in Chicago at nationals. And I made my mind today, of which I already went and forewarned my professor, hey, I know where I messed up last speech. I know what I must do. I didn't put my mark. I didn't put my foot in it, as people would say. It wasn't authentic. It wasn't me. It wasn't unique. I didn't put that fire, that passion that I put behind everything I say into that speech. And I can't afford to do that any longer. I need to leave the conference in Chicago at nationals after I speak to all those business leaders, associate professors, deans at their universities, leaders in their professed market. I need to leave there with them having me in mind at the forefront of their mind when they think about people to possibly come in and speak to the people, their youth, their students, their faculty, their coworkers. Can't afford to do that again. You see, this podcast is just one platform. I believe in multiple revenues. So I need to open that door. I need to make certain that I leave my mark. That is what authenticity does. That is what being unique does. It makes people remember you. It makes people have you on their mind. You're their first thought. So are you being unique and authentic in everything you do, especially the profession that you claim to chase after each and every single day? But more importantly, get back to being the authentic you. The authentic you, in line with who you are. You see, one of the criticisms that I've received while doing this podcast is this. People say that I yell, that I'm loud, that it seems, my voice carries, and I understand it. But here's one thing that I can't profess to do. I'm not for everybody, and that's okay. I'm not for everybody. Everybody won't listen to you. Everybody won't believe in you. Everybody won't support you. Everybody won't come to your practice if you're a doctor or a lawyer. Everybody won't be one of your students. Everybody won't be one of your customers. You're not trying to sell to everybody. You're trying to carve out your own market. In the words of Eric Thomas, make your own table. Bring your own seat. That is what you're trying to do. Because people nowadays don't respect authority. They may respect expertise, but more importantly, they respect authenticity and uniqueness. How unique and authentic are you in your chosen career field? Do people remember you, or are you kind of like a robot, just another 1 or a 0 in the computer programming? I will never make that mistake again. I promise you that. If I got to go in there fired up and pumped up every single time I talk, then so be it. If I don't win, then so be it. They're going to remember me. I might not check all the bullets. I might not hit every point that I need to make. But an impression will be made. I'm telling you, don't make that mistake. You can never make that mistake. When you get the opportunity, when you get that audience, when you have the ear of those who have a chance of changing the trajectory of your life, you make sure you leave a mark. You show them who you are, your personality. Let it come out of you. Show them the passion that you have for the subject in which you're speaking about. Let it come out of you. A long time ago, somebody told me, be careful with the words that you speak, for many will hear what you have to say. And I didn't know the responsibility of it then, but I certainly know it now. And it doesn't mean that, hey, Charles, you're going to be such a prolific speaker that people will be drawn to you. It doesn't mean that, hey, Charles, you're going to be such an authority in your field that people will be drawn to you. You're going to be such an expert in your field that people will be drawn to you. No, every word you say, you're held accountable for. Not only to those who you project your voice to, but also to you, yourself. And that's more important than anything. Because when you speak, do you believe in it? Is it truly how you feel? Does the words that you speak out your mouth, the way you behave, the things that you do throughout the day, does it have your signature on it? That's what authenticity and uniqueness means. That's what leaving your mark on this world means. I'm not trying to be Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Trent Shelton. I'm not trying to be any of those people. I'm trying to be known as Charles Johnson. I am not for everybody. You are not for everybody. Don't go out here and try to be. You'll wear yourself out, tire yourself out, burn yourself out. Because it's comfortable to go out here and be like everybody else. to speak like everybody else, act like everybody else, do what they do day in and day out, set your schedule after theirs. That's not who you are. Some people wake up at 5 a.m., some people 3 a.m., some people 10 a.m., some people 12 p.m. And that's okay, as long as you know who you are and why you're doing it and who you're doing it for and what's your purpose, what's your meaning, what's the reason for you being here. That's what it means. Don't go out here and try to be like everybody else. It's impossible. Stop it. It's inauthentic. It's superficial, fake. People see right through it. So go out here and be you. If you're going to go out here and do the damn thing, then do the damn thing. Point blank and period. Give it everything you got. But don't give your entire life. The only thing you have to give in this life that you can never get back is your time. Don't give up your most valuable asset portraying the life of somebody else. Vicariously living through someone else's life. Live your life. That's what you were put on this planet for. That's the only thing that you can do. That's the only thing that you have control over. Do it authentically. Do it in a unique way so that when you leave your legacy, it doesn't match anybody else's legacy. It doesn't conform to anybody else's path in life, because the only path that you had laid behind you was yours. The only path that you had trailblazed was your own. Take the road less traveled. Take the road less traveled. Man, I'm incredibly angry with myself. I'm incredibly angry with myself. And if I had it to do it again, then I would not do it the way in which I did it. I would not do it the way that I did it. So if you're going to go out here and be a doctor and be a lawyer and be an author or be a speaker, be a teacher, store owner, congressman, senator, whatever your profession is, whatever your dream is, be it in a way that conforms to your identity, your personality. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you memorable. That's how you leave an impact. You have lived your life experiences for a reason, and nobody else has lived them the way that you've lived them. And the only way for us to know and learn from the experiences that you have lived is for you to be unique and authentic at all times in portraying your image. This is what branding means. Everybody knows who Nike is. Everybody knows who Reebok is. Everybody knows who Kanye West is. Everybody knows who Apple is, IBM, Microsoft. But do we know who you are? What is your brand? Is it unique? Is it authentic? Does the mission statement fit your purpose? Does a vision statement fit where you want to end up in life? I think these things to myself each and every single day as I set up this business of mine, and I go about doing it constructively each and every single day. The best way for me to be me is to make sure that I'm being me as authentically possible every single day. And I must construct my business to portray that image, because the terrible thing for me to do is for me to portray my image or my brand in such a way that it does not match who I am. And then when I present myself in front of people, I don't represent what my brand says I am. You delegitimize yourself that way. So be you. That's as simple as I can put it. Do it in an authentic way. I want to see you. Who are you? And that's the only thing that we can do. This is the only thing that we have absolute control over. How people see us, view us, hear us. I can't be anybody else. I'm not going to be anybody else. I was born to be exactly who I am. I was born to portray this image. Sure, I'm raw. I'm loud. I'm not the most educated. I'm not the most manicured. I don't speak as eloquent as many other speakers around the world. I don't have a bunch of abbreviations after my name. But I am who I am. And I was given a message and a voice. And that's the best that I can do. You ask for Charles Johnson, this is what you get. This is what you get. I remember when I was in the Army in Hawaii, there was this other NCO. I won't say his name, but I remember he made this statement. We had a Saturday function before the unit was deploying. And his statement was this: you want Saturday such and such, you get Saturday Sergeant such and such. And that was a powerful statement to make. The reason being for this: if you ask for something, be sure of what you're going to get. Because if that person is who they say they are, you're going to get the most authentic, unique person that is who they are. You ask for Charles Johnson, you're going to get Charles Johnson. You're going to get a guy who works out, who thinks for himself, who speaks his mind. I may be loud. I may be rash, harsh. But that's what you asked for. Sure, you're going to get a passionate, compelling story. But it's not going to be some eloquent keynote speaker. I'm not going to deliver it that way. I'm not President Obama. I'm not Oprah. I'm not Denzel Washington. I'm Charles Johnson. And I'm sure many people come on this podcast and they listen to me for that reason. Because I don't sound like everybody else. I don't think like everybody else. I haven't lived the life of everybody else. I don't have all the degrees. I'm a regular old dude who just wants to put out a positive, constructive, motivational, inspirational, aspiring message for everyone to understand at the simplest level, from kids all the way to corporate level executives. You get the message. Grind hard, hustle smart. If that's the best that you can do, that's the best that you can do. Grind hard, hustle smart. A man's man message. Point blank, period. A man's message. Raw, unadulterated, unedited, unscripted. That's what it takes to be successful at anything we do in life. The ability to work hard and know who you are. You can get all these people talking about different ways of becoming successful, but if you're not willing to grind hard at it each and every single day, you might as well sit down somewhere and let somebody else do it. Because this life is a grind. It's a hustle. It's hard work. Grueling, hard, dangerous work. Sure, it just might destroy you. It just might take everything that you're composed of, that you've built up for yourself. But on the other side of that, it just might pay humongous, huge dividends. Because you are willing to take the risk where others wouldn't. You are willing to fight the fight that other people would never even conceive of doing. And that's what it comes down to. That's what it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, you are awesome, amazing, wonderful human beings. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Each generation has an Independence Day, a day when they relinquish the identity of the past, a day when they decide for themselves how valuable they are as individuals, a day when they take ownership of their own lives and the trajectory of their lives, a day when they determine for themselves how valuable they are as individuals. Ladies and gentlemen, never compromise on who you are. You were born with the capacity to achieve greatness if you so desire. Learning to say no is a critical element to assessing that greatness. Your choices will define you, so make them the right ones. That was a quote by the great Denzel Washington. Please take this time, if you haven't done so already, and download this podcast, share it with your friends, and please leave a review and add me to your daily routine. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Overcast, Stitcher, and many, many other podcasting platforms. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your call to action. I'm talking to you. Please send me some support. It really does go a long way. Thanks again.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. H6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ballin' age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the. On record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent presence. I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but the moves elusive and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winnings when I know you're losing, so I work the winnings and they throw the deuces. Guess I have to pivot, shooting the bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, we'll get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, yeah. For the record.